Ever wondered how a country, once a penal colony, has transformed itself into a modern, thriving economy? Let's take a journey down under, to Australia. In the early 18th century, Britain established the first penal colony on the continent. Over time, more colonies were formed, each one struggling economically due to their penal status. These colonies primarily served as a dumping ground for Britain's convicts, which led to a lack of skilled labor and economic stagnation. But as the 19th century rolled in, a shift began to emerge. The colonies started to transform, gradually gaining more independence from Britain. In 1901, these colonies united to form the Commonwealth of Australia, a federation that marked the beginning of a new era. It was a significant turning point, but Australia still had a long way to go. From a penal colony to a federation, the journey was just beginning for Australia. Gold, shiny and precious, was the catalyst that spurred Australia's early economy. Imagine the mid-1800s. The glimmer of gold ignites a rush, a fevered scramble sending thousands upon thousands to the heart of Australia. The discovery of this coveted metal transformed the land down under into a land of opportunity and promise. Gold mining set the stage for exponential economic growth. It introduced an influx of wealth that funded the establishment of various industries. From mining infrastructure to transportation and trade, the gold rush was not just about the shiny metal, but the opportunities it brought. And with the gold rush came a wave of immigrants. People from all corners of the globe, drawn by the allure of gold and the promise of prosperity, flocked to Australia. This influx of people catalyzed a demographic shift, leading to a melting pot of cultures that is the Australia we know today. The diversity of skills, talents, and experiences these immigrants brought with them was invaluable, driving the rapid development and expansion of industries beyond just mining. But as the last nuggets of gold were panned from the rivers and mined from the mountains, a shift began. The gold rush had effectively laid the groundwork for a new era, an era of industrialization. The infrastructure built to support the gold rush was repurposed, sparking the growth of manufacturing and other industries. Australia was no longer just a land of gold, it was a land of steel and steam, of factories and foundries. From the ashes of the gold rush, a new Australia was forged, one that was industrious and innovative. The gold rush had ended, but it left in its wake a legacy that would shape the future of Australia. The gold rush was more than just a historical event. It was a catalyst, a turning point that propelled Australia into a period of rapid economic growth and industrial expansion. It laid the foundation for the Australia we know today, a country marked by resilience, innovation, and economic prowess. As the gold rush ended, a new era of industrialization began. World War II, a global tragedy, ironically led to an economic boom in Australia. In the wake of World War II, Australia found itself at a crossroads. The war had necessitated the rapid development of various industries from manufacturing to mining, and this sudden industrial expansion had a profound impact on the economy. With Europe in ruins, Australia became an attractive destination for foreign investment, and the nation seized this opportunity to transition from a primarily agricultural economy to an industrial one. The factories that were built to support the war effort didn't close their doors once peace was declared. Instead, they shifted their focus to consumer goods, meeting the demands of a population eager to enjoy the fruits of peace. Jobs were plentiful, wages were high, and Australians began to enjoy a standard of living that was among the highest in the world. But the post-war boom wasn't just about industry. It was also about people. Australia recognized that in order to maintain this newfound prosperity, it needed a larger workforce. So, in the late 40s, the government introduced a series of migration policies designed to attract skilled labor from overseas. These policies were incredibly successful, and over the next 2 decades, Australia's population grew by more than 3 million people. This influx of labor was a major driving force behind Australia's economic boom. The newcomers brought with them a wealth of skills and knowledge, and their hard work helped fuel Australia's growing economy. They built roads and houses, started businesses, and contributed to the cultural and social fabric of the nation. In many ways, the post-war period was a defining era for Australia. It was a time of rapid change and growth, a time when Australia began to see itself not as a distant outpost of the British Empire, but as a thriving, independent nation. The policies and decisions made during this time had a profound and lasting impact on the country's economy, shaping it into the powerhouse it is today. The post-war boom set the stage for Australia's economic maturity. The modern Australian economy is a testament to the country's resilience and adaptability. Indeed, the story of Australia's economic transformation is one of courage and innovation. The 1980s and 1990s were a period of significant reform for Australia. The government, recognizing the need for change, took bold steps to liberalize the economy. These reforms included reducing tariffs, deregulating key industries, and floating the Australian dollar. The result was a shift from a predominantly manufacturing-based economy to one rooted in services. Today, services account for nearly 70% of Australia's GDP, with sectors like finance, education, and tourism leading the way. But the story doesn't end there. Technology has played a crucial role in this economic metamorphosis. Australia has embraced the digital revolution, investing heavily in tech industries and innovation. The growth of tech giants like Atlassian and Canva showcases the country's commitment to fostering a vibrant tech ecosystem. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, China. China's rapid economic growth has had a profound impact on Australia. As China's appetite for commodities grew, Australia's resource-rich economy reaped the benefits. This symbiotic relationship helped Australia weather the storm of the global financial crisis. However, this reliance on China is a double-edged sword. While it has brought prosperity, it also exposes Australia to the risks of China's economic fluctuations. But Australia has shown time and again its ability to adapt and thrive amidst change. From pioneering economic reforms to leveraging technology and navigating its complex relationship with China, Australia's economic journey is a story of transformation and tenacity. It's a testament to the country's forward-thinking policies, its entrepreneurial spirit, and its ability to seize opportunities in the global marketplace. From a penal colony to a thriving modern economy, Australia's transformation is indeed remarkable. This journey underscores the country's resilience and adaptability, qualities that will undoubtedly continue to drive its economic success in the years to come. Is Australia merely a raw material appendage to China or a record-breaking resilient economy? That's the question on many economists' lips. On one hand, we see Australia as a resource-rich nation, supplying China with a bounty of iron ore, coal, and natural gas. This relationship has undeniably fueled Australia's economic growth, with China being its largest trading partner. The symbiotic relationship has seen Australia thrive, even during global crises. In fact, during the 2008 financial meltdown, Australia was one of the only developed economies to dodge a recession, thanks to China's insatiable appetite for raw materials. But is Australia's success story merely the result of being China's resource supermarket? Let's delve a bit deeper. Australia's economy is more than just a raw material provider. It's a nation that has achieved 28 consecutive years of annual economic growth, a world record. From its robust financial sector to its burgeoning technology industry and world-class education and tourism sectors, Australia has proven its mettle beyond the mining industry. However, it's worth noting that this reliance on China does pose potential risks. With China's recent economic slowdown and the ongoing geopolitical tensions, Australia's heavy dependence on its Asian neighbor could be a ticking time bomb. But it's not all doom and gloom. Australia's geographic location, its adaptability, and its knack for innovation present a world of opportunities. This includes diversifying its trading partners, reducing reliance on China, and capitalizing on its strengths in other sectors. The country has already started to pivot towards other Asian economies, and its domestic sectors like technology and finance have been showing promising growth. In essence, Australia's economy is a blend of both, a raw material appendage to China and a record-breaking resilient economy. It's a nation that has managed to turn its challenges into opportunities, demonstrating a resilience that's truly commendable. Whether a raw material appendage or a record-breaking economy, Australia's economic journey is a fascinating one. So, what can we take away from Australia's economic transformation? Well, let's recap the journey we've traced today. From the Aussie Paradox of a penal colony turned powerhouse, to the gold rush and industrialization period that fueled the nation's growth. Then we've looked at the post-World War II boom, where Australia saw its economy diversify and strengthen. And of course, the modern economic transformation, where it became a technological leader, breaking free from the raw materials curse. In examining whether Australia is China's appendage or a record-breaking economy, We've seen how the country has proven its resilience and adaptability time and again. The road has not been without its challenges, and the future will likely present more. Yet, if history is any indication, Australia will continue to rise and adapt. Australia's economic journey is a testament to the country's resilience and adaptability, offering valuable lessons for economies around the world.